So, what if you had a master key? One that could unlock pretty much anything you wanted: success, happiness, wealth. Well, according to Joseph Murphy's classic, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, you actually do. And in this breakdown, we're going to explore exactly how to find that key and, more importantly, how to use it.
Right from the get-go, this book makes a really bold claim. Your everyday habitual thoughts don't just influence your life, they literally create it. The pictures you hold in your mind, they're the blueprint for your destiny. Just stop and think about that for a second. Everything you see and experience actually started as a thought.
And the book just dives right in with these huge questions. The ones that get to the very heart of being human. Why do some people seem to succeed at everything they touch, while others just can't catch a break? Is it just random luck, or is there something else going on here? And it goes even deeper than just success. It asks about happiness itself. Why is one person's life just filled with joy and abundance, while someone else's is all about misery and lack? The book's whole point is that none of it is random. And here is the big reveal, the book's kind of radical answer. The cause for all of it isn't out there. It's not your job, it's not your family, it's not the economy. Murphy argues that your entire external world has its roots in just one place: the internal world of your own mind.
Okay, so how does this actually work in practice? Well, the core idea is that you don't just have one mind, you have two. And the book uses this really simple but brilliant metaphor to explain it. Just think of yourself as a ship. Check out how this works. You've got your conscious mind. That's the captain on the bridge. It's the little me that thinks and reasons and makes choices. It gives the orders. But then you have your subconscious mind. That's the huge engine room below deck, the big me. It doesn't argue, it doesn't question a thing. It just accepts those orders and gets to work, controlling everything from your breathing to your deep-seated beliefs. And this right here is the crucial part. The engine room, your subconscious, will follow any order you give it, good or bad. It has all this incredible power, but absolutely zero direction of its own. It is completely dependent on the quality of the commands it gets from the captain, which of course are your conscious thoughts. So if we think of the two minds as the computer hardware, then what's the operating system? What's the software that's running the whole show? Well, Murphy calls it the law of belief. The main thing to get here is that your subconscious is totally, completely impartial. It's kind of like fertile soil. It'll grow whatever seed you decide to plant, whether that's a weed of failure or a flower of success. Whatever you consistently think about and impress upon it, it just accepts it as a fact and then gets to work bringing it into your reality. This quote just sums it up perfectly, doesn't it? Your inner world of thought is basically the projector, and your outer world is the movie screen. The lesson here is so simple. If you don't like the movie that's playing in your life, you have to change the film in the projector. All right, so this is where all that theory gets really practical. I mean, how do you actually program your subconscious mind? The great thing is, the book is just packed with simple, easy-to-do techniques to do exactly that. The book goes into a bunch of techniques, but here are 3 really powerful ones. First, there's visualization, where you create a super vivid mental movie of your goal, and you feel it as if it's already done. Then there's the passing over technique, where you use that drowsy, relaxed state right before you fall asleep to just hand your request over. And finally, the lullaby technique, where you just repeat a single powerful word like wealth or health over and over until you drift off. The goal with all of them is the same: to get past your skeptical conscious mind and talk directly to your powerful subconscious. Let's see how this works with a quick story from the book. So there's this young university student, and she sees this beautiful but really expensive bag in a store window. And her first immediate conscious thought is, you guessed it, I can't afford that. But then she catches herself. She remembers this principle and she totally flips the script. Instead, she affirms to herself, that bag is mine, my subconscious sees to it that I receive it. She doesn't worry about how it's going to happen, she just trusts the process. And the result? That very same evening, her fiancé shows up and gives her the exact same bag as a gift. But here's the thing, this power isn't just for getting stuff, it's also an incredibly powerful tool for getting rid of things. Like fear, worry, and all that self-doubt. It's all about rewriting that negative script that's been playing in your head.
And the process is actually super simple. You just consciously choose a new, positive, constructive thought to replace an old, destructive one. So instead of telling yourself, I can't afford that, you start affirming, money flows freely and endlessly to me. You just keep stating the positive opposite until your subconscious gets the message and accepts the new program. There's this fantastic example in the book about the famous opera singer, Caruso. He was about to go on stage and was completely paralyzed by stage fright. I mean, his throat muscles literally tightened up because of fear. His little me, his conscious mind, was panicking. But he fought back. He actually shouted at himself, get out, the big me is going to sing. He was commanding his subconscious to take over, and it worked. He gave a majestic performance.
So, what does all of this really mean for you, for me, for all of us? All these stories, all these techniques, they all point to one single, incredibly empowering conclusion.
And here it is. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the captain of your ship. Your thoughts, your feelings, your mental images, that is the only creative force in your life. Every single thing in your world, the good and the bad, was created first in the workshop of your mind. You know, if you just take one thing, one action, away from all of this, make it this one. It's such a simple but life-changing habit. Never finish a negative statement. The second you catch yourself thinking, I can't, or I'll fail, stop and reverse it. Plant a positive seed right there in its place. According to Murphy, just doing this one thing can start to work wonders in your life. So we'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Knowing that your subconscious mind is always listening, always working, 24/7. What command are you giving it right now? Because whatever that command is, you can be sure it's already busy creating your tomorrow.
Subscribe now for more book summaries.